One of my favourite spring foods is fresh new seasoned lamb. And whenever I think of lamb, I think of rosemary.
I'm going to be doing spring marinated lamb, fantastic dish for this time of year. Any lamb chops will do, because what we're going to do is tenderise the meat. We're doing a marinade. Lemons, we're going to have some garlic in there, some rosemary, some real spring flavour. So you need a nice layer of fat because the fat holds that flavour. We're going to do it on top of the stove, or ideally a barbecue. And we're going to serve it just really simply with some new potatoes and some wilted nettles. Pop the lamb into the bowl. Then I'm just going to add a really good sprinkling of salt. Don't be frightened of salt. We're going to put lemon on now, which is a fantastic marinade for any meat because it'll break down the fibres of the meat, it'll tenderise it. And already you can start to see that change in colour.
Oh, and these, you don't have to throw these away because you can put some salt in these and use them in the fridge to deodorise the fridge, can't you?
Absolutely. So all you need to do is to get any old salt and pour some of the salt into the lemon shell. And that will deodorise the fridge. So don't throw them away, they're really, really useful.
Another thing that lemons are great for, put some salt on your chopping board and rub it with the lemon as well. That deodorises it. It's like an antiseptic on the board as well.
That's fantastic. So, saves on cleaning products.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to crack on with the rest of the marinade now, which is a really simple, straightforward recipe. So I'm just going to quickly crush down that clove of garlic with a tiny bit of salt. That'll just act as an abrasive. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of tomato puree, which is going to give it a really lovely colour. It's going to make it like a blush pink almost. So I'm going to add a small pot of yoghurt to this now.
It's surprisingly versatile yoghurt is once you know what you can do with it.
It's an amazing ingredient, and natural yoghurt should really be on everyone's shopping list, I think, because not only can you just eat it plain, you can add fruit to it, you can cook with it, and it stands up to heat really well. Look at that colour, that's a beautiful colour. It really reminds you of spring blossom. The last thing I'm going to add to this is some rosemary. So punchy in its flavour, but because it's hardy, it's there all year round. We'll just chop this up just to go into the marinade, and this is just going to start releasing its oils for however long you leave it.
I was doing some exams, and so I sat with a sprig of rosemary while I was doing my revising to help me sort of take on board all this information I had to remember.
It's a fantastic, fantastic herb for a memory boost. You know, to use magically to boost the concentration, to boost the memory. Final thing I'm going to add to this is some olive oil, and I'm going to add about approximately 4 tablespoons. I mean, you don't have to be precise on any of these measurements because it's a marinade. We're not going to use it to actually create a sauce. So it's about a tablespoon of tomato puree, a small pot of yoghurt, a clove of garlic with a little bit of salt, so a couple of teaspoons of rosemary, and about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm just going to pop these over the lamb. So hands are nice and clean. And you go in and just give it a really good rub, and you can see that lamb's already starting to cook.
That's what amazed me. The first time you did this, that was what amazed me.
That is going to go into the fridge. We're going to chill that down for 10 minutes just to marinate, just to get those flavours working with the meat, and then we're going to pop it on the grill. There's all sorts of little things that you can do with herbs that will maybe protect your home or give you peace. Rose petals for love. Lavender is a beautiful, peaceful, relaxing herb. So if you're relaxed and you've got the rose for love, you're not going to go far wrong. If you wanted to attract love into the home, I would use some rose petals and maybe a little bit of lavender and some bicarbonate of soda and throw that on the carpets, actually strew it on the carpets. And the bicarbonate of soda will neutralise any of the odours, and the rose and the lavender will impart this fragrance, but they'll also work magically.
So if I throw that on my bed,
you'll get a man. Should we talk about mine?
So how long have they been in the fridge then?
We've left them for about 10 minutes, maybe 15 because we've been gassing. But
Nothing new then?
No, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, there'll be plenty, but you can leave them overnight. If you press for time, that's absolutely fine. We're just going to pop these onto a really hot griddle. You can really hear that sizzle. It's got oil in there. You never oil a griddle, you only oil the food you're putting on it, because it will run into the rivets and it'll start smoking really badly. Maybe 2-3 minutes on each side because I want them a little bit pink in the middle. The secret to cooking meat is to not move it too soon.
Right, okay.
You want to get a real seal on that. If I move that too soon, it'll start tearing away at the meat.
Smells lovely.
It smells gorgeous, a real spring barbecue smell, and ideally you would do this outside on a barbecue.
So to do the nettles then, we're going to pop a saucepan on the heat and add just a knob of butter. As soon as they hit this heat, they're going to stop stinging, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do need tongs
Unless you're really brave.
to put them in the pan.
Nettle tops are more tasty, I think, than spinach. They certainly come down lovely and tender.
So just a pinch of nutmeg to finish them off.
So we've got a couple of pretty plates here. We might as well have lunch now it's ready.
Take it outside, it'll be lovely.
Are your nettles up?
They just about are.
Fantastic. The lamb should be lovely and pink. We've got a lovely colour on that now. Almost like it's been char grilled on the barbecue. These pans are fantastic. And no other oil added. And obviously if you wanted to make a sauce with the rest of the marinade, you could just add a drop of cream and heat that through, and that would make a fantastic sauce. And just a few new potatoes to go with that. And what a great barbecue dish for having your friends around and really celebrating rosemary and lemon and all those spring flavours, especially coming up to Beltane.
We must talk about that and decide what we're going to do. Wow, let's see what these taste like then.
They look delicious. And it's fantastic to be eating outside after all those winter months.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, roll on summer. This is the start, isn't it?
Absolutely. So what should we do next week?
How about elderflower?
They'll be out, won't they, next week? I think we should do mint.
I like the idea.
Really versatile, coming into summer. Mint goes with so many different things and so medicinal.
And the elderflower.
Fantastic, that's what we'll do.
Great idea.